It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Hey, today I want to show everybody my circle of innovation. And I'm going to do this because I continue to watch my friends in the Document Imaging channel try to drag the past to the future. They're just not listening to me when I tell them that a company becomes obsolete when they focus on delivering the past to the future as opposed to delivering the future to the present. So without any further ado, I want to get on my ClearTouch interactive board and show y'all my circle of innovation. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see this big yellow circle here, and it's got the word reasons written in it. And below that is this little drabby looking circle. It's got the word excuses written in it. It's the most disgusting color you've ever seen, kind of a brown, I don't know what they call, that's just a crazy looking color. It's terrible looking. If Status Quo had a logo, it would be in that color. But anyway, folks, up here in this beautiful yellow circle, well, that's where all the innovators and disruptors live. They love it up there, wide open spaces. They can look in new places. They can explore the unknown. You know, they can look for how things could be based on why they should be. And when they do all this stuff, you know what they have as a mindset? Well, it's simple, folks. They're trying to figure out how things will work. That's what they do. They try to figure out how it will work. How does this new innovative approach work? How does it replace this old, outdated process? They love it up here. And down here in this drabby orange circle where I got the word excuses, this Status Quo Lounge I call it, that's where you find all those lunatics that are trying to figure out how things won't work. That's what they do. That's where you see those leaders down there that are, well, we've all seen these folks. First of all, they'll translate the people above them by saying things like, well, Bill or Sam will never do that. And of course, Bill or Sam has no idea that they're translating for him. And if they did, they'd probably fire him. But these are those people that are afraid to do anything. These are the people that'll say things like, well, we tried that, we tried that before, it didn't work. Or one time we did that and it was terrible. Well, because they didn't figure out how to do it better. That's the problem with innovation, folks. If you have the wrong people leading innovation, you know what happens? As soon as they set out on a path to deploy the new innovation, they run into an objection, they run into a problem. If they're not the right leader, you know what they do? Well, they run right back to the past because that's where they're comfortable. So sometimes you might see some folks up here in this big yellow circle that I call the innovation, happiness land. Well, you'll see them up there, but they'll quickly run back here. There's a door right here. There is a door right here to allow those that couldn't make it in the innovation circle to jump back into Status Quo Lounge. Personally, I think they should not let them out. Don't let them out because you always know who these people are. You got to look for people that want to live in that circle. You know what? And here's the reality, folks. You don't promote people to that circle. I want you all to think about this. You don't promote people into the innovation circle. The people that go to that innovation circle, guess what they do? They go over to that door right there and they kick that damn thing down and they go out there because they know they're never going back there. And they don't care if they break the hinges or they break the door, because they're not going to have any reason to ever go back there, because they want to find happiness up here in that innovative, disruptive world. Not everybody can do it, but the ones that do it, do it. They're not promoted to do it. I want you all to remember that, because if you think you got someone on the staff that could do that, if they could do it, they'd be doing it. And pay attention to that close, especially when you get into that senior level position. If they're not willing to take a chance to challenge you, why in the hell are they going to challenge anything out in that world? Because out in this world, it's tough, folks. Innovative disruptors, they understand just the ability to imagine the future is tough enough. But once they imagine the future and they try to bring that future to the present, that's where all the tough stuff happens. That's where the cream of the crop rises. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about all the reasons up here that things will work. And if you're in the Document Imaging channel, I want you to think about some of the things that the innovators in our space today are thinking about. They're up here in this space, in this wide open space, and here's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about apps on phones. They're thinking about apps on phones. They're thinking about allowing customers to do more and more in that digital landscape. It's all about the digital intersection, as I call it. They're thinking about Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram. They're thinking more about landing pages. Landing pages, folks. They're thinking about landing pages. They're not thinking about websites anymore. That's scary, isn't it? Folks, landing pages will soon replace websites. Trust me, it's going to happen. Up here in this wide open yellow circle, you got dealerships trying to figure out what their business looks like to the consumer in the year 2025. And they're not focusing on what the building they're in looks like. They're focusing on what the digital building looks like. How do their customers communicate with them better than anybody else? How are they able to go take away great relationships their competitors have with customers and deliver those customers a better experience? That's the kind of crap that happens up here in this wide open space of innovation and disruption. And down here in this disgusting looking orange-brown circle, that's where all the companies become obsolete. That's where they lounge around in the Status Quo Lounge. They pat each other on the back. They bake up awards to give each other. They do all the things they need to do to make each other feel good, but they don't do anything to challenge each other. And the only thing they want to challenge is they want to challenge this outside world of innovation and disruption. Think about how nuts that is. Progress always wins. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope my innovation circle sparked your imagination to get the hell out of that Status Quo Lounge. If you're one of those executives I was talking about that kicks the door down, go kick it down. Don't fear it. Kick it down. We need more and more people to challenge this industry. This industry needs to be challenged, or it will fall fade to obsolescence. I'm telling you. It's time that we raise the bar. And when I say raise the bar, I say raise the bar in your mindset. Raise the bar in your imagination. Please, for the sanctity of our industry, can leaders rise up and say enough of this nonsense and start taking the future serious, and more importantly, set out on a path to get to the future so you can grab some stuff and deliver it to the present, because we all know this: status quo is in fact the killer of all that will be invented. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.